Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So for today's episode, we got a cool, amazing product right here in my hand. If you guys can see, it's the brand new iPhone 11 Pro. So let's actually unbox it first to show you guys what comes inside the package first before we talk more about this phone and what's new about it and whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So when you first open the package, it's literally the same thing as like any other iPhone, but as you can see that thing right there, it's different because of the new camera. And then usually when you open it up, there's a phone right here. And the reason why you guys don't see the phone in here is because I've been using the phone to test it out first. Phone's right here, so we'll go with that in a second. As usual, they provide you the little stickers and the little key thing to open up the SIM card. This time, you guys can see right here, they provide some different stuff right here. So they actually provide you the headphone or earphone, same as usual. If you remove that part right there, they provide you a fast charger right here, if you guys can see. What makes it fast charging is the fact that it has a USB-C right here, if you guys can see. So you plug this onto the wall outlet, and then the cable they provide you is a USB-C to Lightning charging cable, which is really nice. So what that means is that now you can actually fast charge your phone if you guys don't have the fast charging cable already. So that's very cool. So yeah, that's basically everything that they provide this time in the brand new iPhone Pro Max and Pro cases. But the one that you buy for the iPhone 11 actually does not provide you the fast charger, which is kind of weird because you would think by now they would provide you everything you would need. But I guess it's because of the price difference by like what, $400 to $600 difference between this one and the cheaper version of it. So that's probably why. But honestly, I wish that they did provide it because I feel like everyone deserves to get the same amount of stuff regardless of what you're paying for, because the difference is of the phone already. So why not just include the fast charger into the even cheaper version? But yeah, that's basically the unboxing of this brand new iPhone. Now let's talk about the specs and what's different about the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and Pro Max versus the older phones. So right here we have the brand new iPhone 11 Pro. I didn't want to get the Max. I didn't want to get the regular one for $699. I wanted to get an iPhone Pro that's the smaller size. After using it for quite some time, it does feel like it's really big. But what's cool about using the Max is the fact that the screen is bigger, so you have more functionality and you can see more on the screen. But then when it comes to convenience of like holding your phone and putting it in your pocket sometimes, it does get hard to like put it in your pocket sometimes, so it's kind of annoying and I don't like that sometimes. So that's why I decided to go for the smaller version so I can hold it easier. I'm willing to sacrifice the size a little bit. Not too big of a difference compared to the Max and the Pro, because literally the only difference I see from the Pro and the Pro Max is the fact that you're paying like over like what, $100 for a difference of a bigger screen and an extra life of battery compared to the Pro. So if you guys want those options, then definitely pay a little bit more to get that option. So at the end of the day, it really depends on you guys as a consumer or what you guys are looking for and what you're willing to sacrifice for the other thing. So let's look at the back of the iPhone 11 Pro. So if you guys can see in the back, there's a huge difference already. So it's not really like a full-on glass back, it's like a matte glass back, so that's a little bit different. So that means if you guys were to put your fingerprint on here, there will be no fingerprint on here because of the new material that's on the back. Obviously, if you guys look on the camera, there's like 3 alien eye camera design right here, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. And I'm more than happy that they actually added a new lens on here, even though the design looks kind of like interesting or weird. But I did test it out and used the ultra wide angle lens, and it made a huge difference. So if you guys look right here on the bottom, there's 3 different lenses right here. There's a zoom lens right here. If I click on it, that means zooms all the way in like that. And if I tap the one right here, that is the lens that almost everyone who has the iPhone has right now. And if I tap on the 2 right there, so you guys can see this is kind of what the ultra wide would kind of look like. It actually makes a huge difference, especially when you use it outdoors. So that way it can capture a lot more of like your surrounding when you guys are using it. And what's cool about it is the fact that you guys can actually use it for pictures and you guys can also use it for videos. And the thing that I noticed is that when you actually use that ultra wide angle, it doesn't have too much of like a fisheye lens kind of design where it's like a circle or oval. It actually covers to the point where it's like a full-on square coverage. And then if you guys are wondering how the night mode turns on or how you use the night mode, is that when you guys are in a pitch dark area, this should have a little icon right here that pops up and it'll let you know how the night mode and everything is working. So you guys can see that little icon right there when I point it down towards right here. it's sensing that it's like kind of a little bit darker or it's not getting too much focus, so it turns on the night mode right here to kind of like use it. So when you guys use the night mode option, this is actually really nice. I'm probably gonna go do some shots later on tonight when it gets a little bit darker. Right now it's still in the morning, but I'll do some night shots and then show you guys what it looks like in the dark and whatnot. So that's basically what is new on the back camera. Now let's talk about the front camera. So what's new about the front camera, you guys can see right here, instead of being 7 megapixel, now it's actually 12 megapixel. So it's the same megapixel as the back, which we've always been using. And what's cool about this is the fact that it also records in 4K video now. So those are basically some of the updates that are from the new phone versus the older phones. There are a couple of other things that I want to talk about that is new on this phone as well, which are the battery life. Battery life, they say that this iPhone Pro is actually 4 hours longer for the battery life compared to iPhone XS. And if you guys were to get the iPhone Pro Max, that one is 5 hours longer or more than the actual iPhone XS Max. So like I said earlier, you guys want that extra 1 hour difference, then definitely go for the iPhone XS Max. But if you guys are like me and you guys don't care about that extra hour and the 4 hours is more than enough for you guys, and you guys don't want a really big phone, then go for the Pro. And probably the last and final thing about this new phone is the fact that the water resistant is actually much better than the older one. But the thing that people have to remember is the fact that when they say it's water resistant or waterproof, it's just waterproof. It's not waterproof to any kind of water. So if you guys go to like the ocean where there's salt water or there's chlorine or something, don't put your phone in the water in those kind of water situations because it's not waterproof for that situation. What they mean by waterproof is like rain or some kind of clean water source getting onto the phone is okay. But if you guys put this into the ocean where there's salt water or there's chlorine, then your phone will be in trouble. Many friends who have that issues and lesson learned. So I'm telling you guys from first-hand experience from other friends that don't do that if you want to have a phone to use for long term. So now that we talked about all that, now let's actually go do the test of the night mode whenever I get the chance at night and then come back and talk about the product. So let's turn on the camera. So as you can see, this is what the dark modes look like. In order to turn on the night mode, that's what it looks like. So a huge difference. In order to take the picture, it takes 3 seconds. And then the ending result is right there. So that's actually quite amazing, I have to say. The night mode is amazing, and I'll actually upload the pictures so you can see it much better on the computer in a second.